Irene Major was born in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Growing up, she lived in various locations in Cameroon as part of a military family, as her father was in the army. Irene Major is married to an oil and gas tycoon, Sam Malin, who is of dual Canadian and British citizenship. They have 5 children: Samantha, Lulu Marie, Pearl, Lincoln, and Mona. They are currently based in the UK, although they previously were based in Paris. She holds a Scottish feudal courtesy title of Lady Hales. I Am Life is a charity with a focus on sub-Saharan Africa and the Western Indian Ocean, set up and run by Irene Major to provide support, including food, shelter, training, and logistics support to those in desperate need. She is my guest as she welcomes me into her beautiful home to talk about her life on The Just Eve Show. You're welcome back if you're just joining us. This is the Just Eve Show, and I've been having a lovely time. It's like I've known her forever, and she's allowed us into her beautiful home. And I'll be talking to her next couple of 15, 20 minutes or so. Irene, it's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, and welcome.
Your house is lovely.
Oh.
I could get lost here.
Well, you're welcome. Just keep on coming. We love you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
You're such an amazing soul.
Am I?
Yes.
Aww.
I can feel it, the energy, you know?
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Now, I do have a ritual that I do on this show. I take you back to the beginning, your growing up years. I know I won't ask you what was it like when you were in your mother's womb, but because you wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but what were your growing up years like?
9 siblings.
9?
Yes,
Wow.
9 siblings, and I'm number 7. Lucky number 7, I guess.
Lucky number
Don't
7.
tell my sibling that. Dad was in the army, the major, Irene Major, and passed away 3 years ago. And still, I mean, he's like, for me, he's never gone. I'm speaking here, I can hear my dad's voice, always, you love them forever. And mom, seamstress, housewife, very devoted housewife like they do in Africa. So dad had to go and be the breadwinner. Mom will look after us.
So where you've mentioned Africa, where exactly?
Yaoundé, Cameroon.
Oh, you're from Cameroon.
Yes, I'm from Cameroon.
That's
so I'm from the French part. Cameroon has 3/4 French speaking, and then the other,
So do
English.
you speak French as well?
I speak French, and of course English now. French is actually more me, like I went to school speaking French. English we will learn, and we had German, Spanish, and I mean, when we look all together, we speak a lot back in Africa, don't we?
Yeah. Okay, so your schooling, what was that like? What primary school, secondary schools did you go to?
I went to, my dad was in the army, so he allowed us to kind of move from city to cities. And somehow I was born in Yaoundé. We moved from one city to the next and came back again to Yaoundé. So primary school, I did a bit somewhere down west and came back to the center, to finish off. And that's where I did the high school. And never went to university. But high school is, you can auto-educate yourself, because I met my husband, got married, and it was around that time where university, you're pregnant and you just keep the baby. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always say to my daughter, when she said, "Mommy, what about university?" I say, "You go to school, University for you," I said.
Yeah. No, but you see, the thing is, university education is good, but going through the school of life is just as good. Yeah. Okay, now I know that you were a model back home. What informed that? Why did you decide that you wanted to be a model?
When you grow up, you look up to people. We had very inspiring people out there. But for me, I was quite tall, skinny, and called giraffe, you know what I mean? So when you grow up, you look up to somebody that kind of has, something like you. And Naomi Campbell models were always the one, because you look in magazines, you will see, people looking a little bit like you. So you could become inspired. So Naomi Campbell, Iman, were always people that I look up to. Why modeling? My elder sister have done a little bit, But growing back home, there was a beauty pageant that she actually, literally, Miss Cameroon, she actually assigned me for. I remember I was 14. And, you know, like, you still have braids and, you know, I wasn't there, like, ready. I remember my sister I had a makeover that time. And all of a sudden, I felt, oh, like those girls in books and catwalk. And that was the calling. That was my calling. So I started doing runways, and I won the competition. That's why I was elected the Miss at the time. And that was the beginning. All of a sudden, you assigned to modeling agency, you moved to Paris and continued this as a career. So I've done that, and of course, baby along the line. Many so far.
Okay, now I know how many kids you have, but please, can you tell our viewers how many you have?
I have 5 children. I have 5 children.
Even my camera lady is like, what?
I still wake up in the morning and even forget their names because there's so many in this house.
Okay, we're going to have a tour around the house.
Okay.
So people would, you know, the viewers would see your amazing figure. And I actually feel very inadequate sitting next to you with such a lovely body. Honestly, and my dear viewers, her last child is just 1 year old, so you can imagine.
Yeah, she just walked. Actually, happily, she walked last week, which was quite good. And since then, she's been running around. You know, she doesn't want anybody to hold her, so she's free as a bird.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay, now you've started your modeling career. You were doing quite well with it.
Yeah.
So why did you now say, okay, you and your husband, why did you want to leave Africa?
Well, we actually had left Africa already, way.
Oh, okay.
You know, I met him in Cameroon, but he was already working in Europe.
Okay.
So he was just one of those guys just traveling to Africa and having some business. You see what I mean? So he was based in Europe, so I had to move somewhere with him.
Okay, so how did you meet?
Well, it's a long story. He met my sister in France, you know, became friends, not the way you think, just like acquaintances. And she's like, you know, her sisters are like, if you think I'm pretty, wait till you see my sister. So it turns out, you know, we met without even knowing that was the guy she had told me about, or you see what I mean? So I think it was just destiny. And, you know, I never take life as, oh my gosh, it's going to be 18 years actually on Sunday. We've been married. So maybe 20 years I've not known him. Thank you. But I don't wake up and worry about tomorrow so much. You know, yes, I worry about my children's future, but I don't remind myself, oh my gosh, I've been married for 18 years. I don't carry that burden. So he's like my soulmate.
That's
you know,
nice.
and I think
that's what it's all about.
Your friend, you get along, you know, and it's like your companion in life. You know, you've seen him, he welcomed you and making sure you're okay. I keep mine on. Oh, here's the hubby. Hi, darling.
See, I just feel like a dwarf.
This is Emily.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Heard about you.
Oh, good.
Only good.
We're having a good time actually. I'm just taking Evelyn around.
All right, okay.
And I'm like, you better take your shoes off. You actually normally show the house, but I show you to a few.
Need anything, let me know, or any added tips.
Okay.
Fine.
Thanks, darling.
Right.
And I think it's a friend.
Yeah,
you know, it's a good friends that, a brother, but you do things with your brother. We're very, you see what I mean? We get along really well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've also, at what point did you go to France? Because you've lived there as well.
Yeah, we moved straight to France because at the time he was working for a company in Paris. So moved to Paris to do his engineering.
I like the way you say that, Paris, really.
Paris.
I won't even try.
Paris.
Yeah.
So he was doing some work in Paris, and we had our first daughter. 5 years in Paris were quite good, you know, good life, modeling. But then again, back then modeling was kind of, you know, as a black model, you do just the catwalk and that's it. You know, not much editorial work and stuff. And somehow he's an English speaker, so he could be all over the world. You know, he's from Canada originally, you know, even Leamington Spa. So he had a bit that in his blood. So it wasn't just Paris, you know, he could be in the UK. So we decided to move here. You know, everything was just better, and that's more of his motherland.
Okay, you've done quite a lot here. You're a singer. You do something with your sister. You were on X Factor. You want to tell us about your stint on X Factor?
Well, X Factor.
What year was that?
That was only a couple of years ago. You know, we were already singing. Myself and my sister brought us this band after losing our dad. You know, decided to have matching tattoos, and we were writing some of the songs. You know, even some of the camera girls I've met before, until we were scouted by Simon people and say, "Can't you come to the show, because you know it's an amazing platform for you." But we never call ourselves like, I mean, I'm not Beyonce, but you write your own songs. You know, in life, you just have to try.
Yeah.
So we never actually signed for the show. You know, it's not my, I have nothing to lose, sure, but I wouldn't sign up for that. So they wanted us to be there, two crazy sister. And I just love, I mean, if you look the clip of it, I just love people in the short turn and playing it.
Two girls, yeah?
Yes, we are!
What are you going to sing?
We're going to sing Icona Pop. I love it.
I love it.
I don't care! Come on! I love it! I don't care! I love it! I love it! I don't care! I love it! I don't care! I love it! I love it!
I always say to people, I don't go to clubbing. I don't do clubbing. I'm a mom of 5. You don't have time for all of these things. So for me, whatever is out there on social media is my clubbing. It's me being naughty. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And hubby knows that. So my husband is like the first #1 fan ever. So if I tell him, Dali, I'm going to wear, oh, go for it. And I think
that's all that matters.
I think that's the secret to a good marriage.
Yeah.
Let your wife just do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Just do what she wants.
As long as she's not too naughty.
Okay, now let's talk about your singing career with your sister. You said you did that when your father passed.
Yeah.
What was it like? The loss that made you say you want to write and stuff like that.
We had already thought about it while he was still alive, but realized, you know, that time it was just a click, because you realize we are not on this earth forever. You know, because you need to have a loss first to realize it. I mean, if you hadn't gone through it, you wouldn't know what it's like. So grieving, it was our way to grieve. Like, we became even closer. Just, you know, that we weren't close before, but you realize, what if anything happened to me? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So for me, that whole singing thing, me writing, because I love writing songs and I just love being, and she's out there too, my sister.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you,
Okay.
because I'm being told that we have to go for a break. This is still the Just Tip Show. We'll be back in it if you don't go anywhere.
She was actually much lighter, and she's darker now. It's simply a choice, you know. It's I just felt I feel better the way I look right now. I mean, I think we should actually educate the youngsters more. You know, I think I know what I'm doing. You know, I know what I'm putting myself into. I'm not doing anything drastic. You know.
You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Just Tip Show, and I'm having so much fun. I really hope that this show will not end. With our lovely guest today, Irene, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you again.
Okay, I'm going to. You've been involved in a bit of controversy, right? Now,
I think my name rhymes with controversy, right? Everything I touch, there's a drama about it.
Let's talk about your complexion now, right? I've seen pictures of you as a dark-skinned person, and there's this lovely light-skinned person sitting before me now. Why the difference, if that's the way to put it?
Why the difference? I mean, the difference actually is just very recent. You know, I mean, you look at me, it's kind of not really the picture you've seen out there on the internet, because you know, with the whole, you know, Photoshop and all of that. But I can't, I mean, I have used cream, you know. I had to come clean a little bit, because I remember showing pictures to my children, Oh, this is mommy 10 years ago, and I'm all dark because I even used to go on the UV treat. Like UV. You do that when you're the model.
Yeah.
Every model do that because this country is so cold that you become even lighter sometimes while doing nothing because you have been out. So some of the picture I was quite dark, and I remember my child being like, Samantha, mommy, is that you?
Oh,
because I've already, because here's me in front of her, looking much lighter with my makeup on. And then the experience on his X Factor, somehow people start calling us ghosts and, they're wearing the wrong shade makeup. I decided to it wasn't a coming clean thing. It was like me in the closet, and I felt like I need to talk about it. But if I had known, I didn't know it was a very taboo subject. You don't talk about it in our community. Do you see what I mean? Because I grew up, people will have, if you have skin blemishing, like you will have a soap that will help you, take it off. I don't know about, your upbringing, but I grew up somewhere where we knew what to do to evening out our skin tone.
Okay, but now you did mention that the likes of Naomi Campbell were, your role models, you looked up to them. And she, for example, is dark-skinned. So why did you want it? It can't surely just be because of the cold and all of that. Why did you want to change?
I actually model very dark. I mean, if you can see, like I say, I used to go on the UV.
Yeah,
just
but
to
you're
become
light now.
darker.
So why was that?
Because I'm not a model anymore. And
Okay.
I guess even Naomi Campbell, yes, she's darker now. I'm sorry, Naomi, but I've seen picture of you lighter and picture of you darker. Look at her growing up. She was actually much lighter, and she's darker now. It's simply a choice. It's I just felt I feel better the way I look right now. I mean, it's not as...
You look amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Thank
wrong.
you.
You actually do look amazing, But it was just, it's like, okay, you still looked very good.
Yeah, thank
dark
you.
skinned. Yes, you have said it's your choice. But like you've also rightly said, in our community, those kind of things are a bit, and especially now where the government is doing a lot to crack down these fake lightening creams and all of that.
But do you think it will ever stop? I don't think it will, because you go down to Harley Street, whether you're white or black, they have a cream to help you with your blemishes. You go down to the internet, there'll be product even which are legals. It's not something that just, you give you call it and then it vanishes, because people will always find suppliers all around the world. Philippines, for example. My nannies are from Philippines, and it's one of the greatest, into this type of thing. Japan, India, we all know that. So, yes, it's not, it's against the law, but it's not. I think we should actually educate the youngsters more.
Okay.
I think I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm putting myself into. I'm not doing anything drastic. None of the product I use are on-the-counter stuff. But the reason is probably because I can afford it. But again, what about telling our daughters from young age the advantage or disconvenience? You know what I mean? Because if we do that, instead of just giving them a soap to take this off, you know what I mean? Like your mom will just give you soap or something. I'm not saying mine have, but I know in Africa it exists. If we educate them, then the child from young age has a choice. I choose to be darker while modeling, and I choose to just lighten up a little bit and even out my body and my face, as I grow older.
And your kids are comfortable with that explanation?
My kids, I mean, they actually don't even...
It's not something that they even...
It's not, they don't even think. I mean, yes, she was like, is that you? But it was quite naive, do you know what I mean? So I never have to explain to her anything, and she doesn't even care.
Okay.
Because I'm her mommy, I'm like her angel forever.
On an interview, somebody said to me, you're trying to become white. And I'm like, can you explain to me what it is, becoming white? Because I didn't know we should be seen as color. The way I raise my kids, they're human, we're all equal. So I never knew I belonged into a box or a community. for me, I'm not part of a box, and if I want to change my lip color, I'll do that, and I'm not a disgrace to a race, I've been told. So people are taking it too personal. It's becoming a political, correctness in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've explained it that it was your choice. Now let's talk about your presenting career.
Okay.
How did that come about? You've said you like to sell, in front of the camera. How did that come about? You actually don't even need to talk. I would buy anything just seeing you standing there.
Thank you. Cameras, I think I was born, maybe I was one of those theatrical girl who just loved to show up like a peacock. And I just love the camera. I feel alive in front of them. And I can easily sell anything. I can sell, I'm thinking of using my home. The whole QVC thing. I watched this movie the other day. It was about a lady who actually created one of the first mop in the world. You probably know the story. And she built up an empire just by selling product. Other people's products, and that's something I'm good at. Interesting.
Now, this beautiful home you also did yourself, so that means that you're into the interiors and stuff like that.
And every single room is different.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did that come about, that you wanted to, was it something that you studied, or it was just inborn, or you just,
It's within, when you're an artist, because I'm more kind of an artist kind of way. You look at me, the hair, I like a bit of drama. I don't look like everybody. You know what I mean? So I think you got that in you, and traveling around the world. I love beautiful things. The house is like a trip around the world. Here, this room, I like to call it Versailles. So this is more French, with Louis XIV chairs and some part of the house are more Indian. So there's concepts all over the place. And I wanted, when guests come, because I actually I don't go out a lot, although you might not look it, because no time.
I actually can see that you don't go out a lot.
Really?
But I wouldn't go out if I lived in this kind of...
So people come to me a lot, I like to throw parties, to entertain. And I like my guests to always feel like they are in different parts of the world, and the house just does this part. Yeah.
Interesting. Is there anything you don't do?
I actually don't know. I swim everywhere. I try and swim everywhere I can do. Like I say, you never stop till you RIP.
Yeah. And okay, let's talk about your kids now. They've grown up seeing the good life. Now, this might be a funny question, but have you in any way prepared them for the unexpected? Life is such that
you never know.
Yeah, you can prepare as much as you want, but like you said, you never know.
You never know.
So are they prepared for that kind of an eventuality? For instance, do they know anything about the normal life of having to struggle to get anything? Your daughter, you said, is in boarding school, so she's becoming a pretty bit independent.
She's very independent.
So yeah, tell us about...
I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I said, can I strive my kids, deprive them from anything just because I want to raise them the way I was raised? And then I said to myself, if I were my parent, I would put myself back in my parents' steps. They wouldn't do that to me. They would not give us anything because they had so much. You see what I'm trying to say? So in a way, you will give your kids, but always make it real. Yes, they've got the best school. Yes, they've got, the eldest one will have good trips and stuff. But I think we raise them in a way where it's not about money. She'll go to those trips and the school, she doesn't know how much it costs. She just knows it's her education. Do you see what I mean? So we come to a stage where the younger one don't even know the value of money. She wouldn't even, she will be like, you give her £1, she'll be jumping all over. Mommy, I've got £1. And we laugh about it because nobody will even imagine that even just £1 will make my kids like jumping around, because it's not about money. You raise them to affront this world, to be independent. But I think altogether with the school, and it's part of it, isn't it? I don't throw money at them. I don't do that because I was never throwing money. You know what I mean?
Would you let them get on a bus?
Yes. Samantha. The eldest one. She's independent. Where she go at Cheltenham, they're free. She goes. She does whatever.
Would you let her go out on her own?
I'm not with her. where she is. So it's the school. She belongs to
Yeah,
the
but
school.
the school will monitor where she goes.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, so on no school, no home.
Yeah, when she's here, when she's at home, she can go to London alone. She would take the train, you know, she would just be very independent. She's 16, so 16, that's the age, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
But of course, the younger one will get driven around. I won't let them go anywhere, you know, they're kind of still quite young.
Okay, I'm told we have to go, but there's also something else that we do quite a lot on this show. I give my guests a challenge.
Okay.
Now, you wouldn't have ever known that I would make you do this, but I think it's something that you would be able to do.
Okay.
Now, you said you love to sell anything.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
In 10 seconds, sell me this.
Well, as you can see, this is Ingress Abbey. I'm the queen of my own castle. When you go to the queen, it's tea time, isn't it? Tea time is very important. So what we have done, and I told you about the house being very much into the whole Versailles look. So my cups are quite French. So you get a bit of Indian. Do you remember what I said to you about traveling around the world? There we go. When you do go to the Ritz, you get served, you know, things that look nice, that are kind of, you just want to bite in, you know, tuck in and everything. So that's me. And you know me with the gold. We are in a gold room, so the cutlery have to be gold, and you can't, you know, lose it without any silver thing. So it's kind of a mixture there. So you have the gold, the French, the mixture, and a bit of Ritz in the Abbey.
Okay, how much is everything? I'll get out my credit card.
Thank you.
Well done.
Evelyn, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
You are too. Thank you so much. Well, just before we go, I'd like you to look into that camera and tell the young ones something out there that would inspire them.
Guys, I mean, you've seen me all. I mean, you've seen who I am, and I've spoken to you. I think in life, you should never you should never give up. Life is about, you know, that dream we have growing up. Like, if I tell you I even dream about this house growing up, you'll be like, oh, no, that's not true. We always got people around us who always say, oh, you can't do this. Nobody is there to tell you can't achieve your goal, your dream, you know, what you wish for. If you have a tenacity, perseverance, you know, and determination, you can do anything. So keep focusing. Don't lose that track. Keep going, and you'll get there. We all have goals.
Thank you very much. Can I give you a hug?
Oh,
I just have to give you a hug.
Oh,
thank you so
amazing.
much.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for today. I'm sure you've had fun with me into this beautiful home with Irene. And we're going to do this again sometime soon. Till then, I'll take that again. We're going to do this again sometime soon. Till then, I remain Evelyn Obaho. Take care. God bless.
I know that you love me, boy.